The water levels in the Atchafalaya Basin had finally begun to drop after weeks of flooding that made even veteran hunters stay away. For Chase Landry, the falling water didn't bring relief. It brought the memory of what had surfaced from the deepest channel of Bayou Sorrel and the fear that his father, Troy Landry, might never fully recover from it. The Landry family had hunted alligators in the Atchafalaya Basin for 3 generations. Long before sonar screens and GPS, they learned the swamp by instinct, navigating waters most people feared. Troy Landry, known worldwide from swamp people, built his reputation by surviving dangers that would break other men. But there was always one place he avoided, the deepest channel of Bayou Sorrel, a stretch of water locals quietly called forbidden. As a boy, Troy Landry was warned by his grandfather that the channel didn't behave like normal swamp water. The depth made no sense, currents moved wrong, equipment failed. Old-timers spoke of underground rivers older than the Mississippi River itself and of things that lived below that were never meant to surface. For over 60 years, Troy respected that warning until new technology changed everything. In mid-November 2024, Troy upgraded to commercial-grade sonar equipment normally used for deep-sea fishing. While idling near Bayou Sorrel, the screen revealed something impossible, a sudden drop to nearly 40 feet, far deeper than any chart recorded. At the bottom was not rock, but a massive biological presence. The sonar estimated a length of at least 30 feet, far denser than any alligator. Chase Landry insisted it had to be a malfunction. Troy wasn't convinced. Against everyone's advice, the decision was made to investigate. On November 18th, just after 3 a.m., Troy Landry, Chase Landry, and their crew returned with industrial winches, steel cable rated for extreme loads, and heavy hooks designed to pierce gator hide. They chose the darkest hour so no one else would see what they were doing. The bait, deer quarters, and whole chickens disappeared into the black water. 23 minutes later, the line went tight with violent force. The winch registered over 8,000 pounds as something fought from below. The boat began to vibrate, not thrash, sending a deep pressure through the hull that made everyone uneasy. Chase Landry begged his father to cut the line. Troy Landry refused. At exactly 3:47 a.m., the surface of Bayou Sorrel erupted. What emerged was not an alligator or any known fish. Its elongated body was covered in dark scales that absorbed light. Its head was angular and oversized. Its limbs were neither fins nor legs, but the eyes were the worst part, intelligent, aware, and focused. Every man on the boat screamed. 5 seconds later, the steel cable snapped clean, and the creature fell back into the depths. Instinctively, Troy Landry lunged with a gaff hook, striking the creature as it disappeared. From the wound, a liquid sprayed outward, hitting Troy directly in the face and chest. His skin blistered instantly. He collapsed, screaming in pain as his breathing failed. The crew rushed Troy to shore and then by helicopter to Our Lady of the Lake Regional Medical Center in Baton Rouge. Doctors, led by Dr. Sarah Chen, were baffled. The toxin attacking Troy's nervous system didn't match any known venom or biological defense. Its structure resembled a synthetic neurotoxin, something engineered rather than natural. When Chase showed her the video, everything changed. Federal agents arrived within hours. Phones were confiscated. Warnings were issued. Troy was stabilized but remained neurologically altered. Days later, a tissue sample torn from the creature was analyzed by Dr. Marcus Webb, a scientist affiliated with NOAA and defense research programs. The DNA did not match any known species and showed signs of genetic manipulation and deep ocean chemical signatures. The theory was terrifying. Ancient underground water systems beneath Louisiana may connect to environments far deeper than the surface swamp. Bayou Sorrel could be a breach point, an opening between worlds. Stories dismissed for decades suddenly made sense. 4 days later, Chase Landry returned alone. The sonar now showed multiple signatures surrounding the original one. Something surfaced briefly, smaller but unmistakably similar. It looked directly at his boat and made a sound that wasn't animal but communicative. Other sounds answered from below. That was the warning. The Landry family shut down operations in the deep waters of Bayou Sorrel and issued a public warning. Troy Landry, the king of the swamp, had faced death countless times, but what lived beneath that channel was not prey.